up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Light here, and it's time to continue on with the case. I'm really excited to see where things are going. Clearly, there's like some cover-up going on or something, and they're all in on it, or they're like covering up for someone, like that woman that Inosuke saw. I don't know. Clearly, they're all being suspicious for some reason, and I'm really excited to learn why. So let's continue, shall we? Alright, let's press this last statement.
Yes!
Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, cadet? Clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Yeah, no, they noticed. They're hiding something. What the heck are they hiding? Unfortunately, the defendant Naruhodo, it is not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. He's right. Precisely, in other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But I... If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. Knows to see proof, do you? I'll get you your proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It's a blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing I can say to that. Yes. Okay. Excellent work, Inosuke. We've gained some new information now. Yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I couldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? You notice that some pieces of evidence bear magnifying glass. These are the ones we examined. Yeah, I saw that last time. It's pretty cool. Press A, and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use... Yeah, I got it. Interesting. Not the first time. It's been a nice journey, but it's a cool implication regardless. Well, I mean the magnifying glass, obviously, isn't it? I rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. None by using the L stick. Yeah. Got it. You can move the oh my gosh. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Please use the first stick, left stick, A to inspect any areas of evidence that look suspicious. Just pulsating. Oh, that's so cool! It says Audit Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. That was cool. I like that. Alright, let's see. That's pulsating. Let's see here. It looks like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago. It's probably a record of long-term treatment, that's why. There's a family doctor, I imagine. Well, I can't imagine going to a doctor. Come on. As long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point. So you don't like doctors then? Yeah, there's really no point if you're dead. What do you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine. They give you painful injections, and then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege. All when you're at your lowest ebb. Yes, speak for the clouds, please. Oops. Speak louder for the people in the back, I say. Alright. You sound like a model patient. And a bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which the only cure is very bitter medicine indeed. It's just me. It's just me. Okay, let's see. We'll start with the first one. Here. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. And there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. It's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop repeated pain. There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. There it is. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Report cards, information, updated court record. There's new information. The meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time to listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Let's see here. Same thing. Brayton's crime, he was. Furthermore, this was first to interview any personnel present. Data he was dining by himself. Yeah, it's that one, right? I'm pressing. Yeah, okay. See here, present. You're wrong.
Yes!
Please, you don't need to raise your hand. I think, oh gosh. Now what are you whittering, lad? Calling yourself a lawyer? I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Inosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Always consoling him. Thanks, Kazuma. Yeah, I stumble on my words all the time. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hands straight up like that so purposefully. You He knew exactly what it was he wanted to say. Exclamation mark. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright. Thanks for the advice. Aw, there you go. Relax. Alright, Kurtis-san. This is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Ah, I see. And I don't see. What a boy. Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Shut up, you. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. Grr, but that's, remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need to prolong this trial further. Witness testimonies that the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could have possibly... Yes, get him! Finally! Hard. We can, desk slam. Yes! You got this, Ryunosuke. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that? What? That house just half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? That's because Hada Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. Dental clinic? That's supposed to mean something to me. Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure with anesthesia and... Well, anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't... He didn't read the report, did he? Oh, boy. Different game, same guy. Different time, same guy. Very good song. Oh, boy, what? As you just heard... When he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. We have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Yes! I love it. What have we done, partner? I love this theme. Plays on the title screen of the game. It's amazing. Heard a little bit of it. And I was honestly jamming the whole time. What is this nonsense? You little upstart. But not with an actual glare for once. These are faceless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. It's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Okay. That was good. Okay. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes! Most definitely. Come on, you had it. Don't let it go. Having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beefsteak? What will hear the opinion of the defense in this new puzzle? I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, person eating the steak to get consumed must have been me. Yeah, it was me. I was there. And as yet unknown third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection!
You will not let us go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes!
Yes! There it was, because I saw him. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly. Kazuma, are you insane? You would take on the government? Heck yeah, I will. Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. The witnesses in the stand. Wait, that's what he said, right? Sorry. The two witnesses in the stand, yeah. What? What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. What tactical meeting? Oh. I'm just following orders. That's right. As the man says. Just say you never saw that gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Uh-oh, you done slipped up. Oh. What? What did you just say, Kurikuta-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? Not all that. I was, So you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean... I saw the victim with the lady from overseas. Oh, things are getting good. What?
Objection!
Not you. Things are just getting good. Let them spill the tea. Well, what is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? This is true. This is true, you pair. Oh, that's not good. If you lie and you get accused of perjury, you're in trouble. Just one simple slip of the tongue. I would honestly believe that. I would not believe that at this point. Order. Counsel, explain what is going on here. It is painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Come on. No, he had the desk saying. He lost it again. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Not classified. He's pulling on his mustache. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. I love this so much. Varianosky. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. That's interesting. But why would they want to kill Elsie? Whatever. I don't believe Archie had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. First, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. What answers? It's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated. I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every shinto blood. I do nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. The only person with the necessary evidence to manipulate the witnesses is... I'd read her. I mean... Would it be? No one else makes sense. Unless he... No, but he was also manipulated. Alright, going for it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yes!
Yes! There. What do you think of that? I'm wrong, weren't I? I think, counsel, that you may want to close your ears as well as your eye. Otherwise, the size of disappointment in the courtroom may very well deafen you. Gosh. Maybe it's this. Hold on. Can't really look at anything really too closely. I know the restaurant raises a number of questions, I think. Definitely. Must show the relative position of everything in moments following the incident. But there's nothing to show the woman you say you saw there. Exactly. And that's not all. Look here in the upper left where it says kitchen. Oh yes, what of it? No one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not if they were in a hurry. You mean you don't remember those characters yourself? Don't study harder, Ryunosuke. Wait a minute. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, you see it says what's his name here? Satoru Asanoga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Asanoga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence if they're wielding it somehow here. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's my bad. I should have investigated. Alright, if you feel you must close your eyes in a crisis, might suggest to keep your mouth shut next time too. Otherwise, I may have to use the influence I have in this courtroom to shut it permanently. Okay, first penalty. I did want to see how it works. It's pretty cool. I don't know what it is about the prospect exactly, but it really makes me wince in pain. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm so glad I got the penalty. Winston pain. That's good. That's clever. I like that. Thank you, Capcom. That was a good one. But I'm great to recognize myself, but believe me. I can find the ways to make you keep your mouth shut as well. Hey! Alright, don't get angry. I'll think again. There must be a clue somewhere about that evidence in the court record. Actually, now that I think about it, there might be some pieces of evidence I haven't thoroughly examined yet. Yeah, I know. And what is the evidence? Well, let's see. My bad, ruined dramatics. It's fine. It's this guy.
Yes!
Yes! Well, surely that would be Satoru Asanoga-san. It would help if I didn't stutter. Oh. Asanoga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier.
Objection!
Poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter cannot possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the men truly were a waiter. What? They truly were. Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about the game is...
Yes!
Yes! The plan at the restaurant sketched by the man in question? I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure if you can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card of the... What? It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said, front? Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Asanoga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business book. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. A waiter's profession? That's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. I heard any mention of this before. The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Oh, got exclamation marks. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well. Hold it! Oh. Inspector Asanoga. Things are getting serious. Look at this. I love the music. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? And the plan to the court officer at once. Of course, here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It is my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. So, you mean to say you really are a detective? Why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course. You're telling me to Oh, goodness. I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well, Inspector Hasanoga. She will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. I have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. And at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Ooh, things are getting juicy. Alright guys, we'll have to find out what the what the officer, or inspector I guess we'll have to say, will say about all of this next time. I'm really curious as to what's going on here, and why he covered up for that woman that Torinosuke saw. Alright guys, that'll be it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. And I hope you all are having an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.